Hello. Yeah, I played Holocure once on stream, and part of me's like, yeah, I'm gonna play all of this on stream, but like, no. So I just kind of wanted to like sit here, and at the very least grind off all the rest of the characters on camera. Starting with Machi. I think I Gachikoi Pekora on stream, and like I've been just kind of like holding off on touching the others because like I wanted to on the stream, but like, you know what? I don't want to wait. I don't think anyone cares about my reaction specifically, but I just want to at least get this on camera, you know? Probably gotta like cut out like a billion bits of like gameplay in between. Just have maybe like a 10-minute video of me Gachikoing everybody. Just like reactions like, oh my god, guys, I Gachikoi'd all of the new, okay, whoa. Okay, this is all like abilities, this is all character skills. So like, Dangerous Marine Smell Lust. I've been seeing clips of this. Like, I haven't like looked into most of it. The only other clips I've seen of Holocure are like the Holocure Jump King thing, and then Marin's Lust ability, and then Pirate Captain. Like, this is the big one I've been seeing around. Gain a Lust gauge. The gauge increases slowly near enemies or when hit. At max gauge, Marin reaches her climax. That's the thing that people are losing their shit over. Healing 20% HP and deals 300% damage to all enemies. Is the goal here to get hit, kind of like Matsuri? If a target is within 100 pixels for more than 1 second, they gain a debuff that reduces defense and speed. Okay, so you kind of want to be close to enemies to deal more damage to them. When collecting hollow coins, increase crit by 1% for 5 seconds. Targets hit by skills have a 10% chance to drop additional hollow coins. So she debuffs enemies and then she explodes. Okay, like I was thinking, what's it called? Oh, Pekora is like the new premier coin farmer. Maybe not really, actually. I mean, she could be, because like her exploding carrot attacks do a lot of damage, but it's whatever. Yeah, there's the Lust gauge at the bottom. Oh, I didn't see it for a second, but like the mosaics for a second. Ooh, here's a Raven Feather. I unlocked the Raven Feather, and it looks kind of mid. Anyways, what was I talking about? Character skills? No, I don't know. I forgot. Okay, so that's Lust level 3. I think we just need to max out the other one. Oh, okay, we need one more Smell and then 2 more Captain. Okay. Yeah, it feels really weird that Marin has a random coin farming skill on her. Like, it feels so out of place, you know? I really don't like the Raven's Feather. And I have not gotten the other item where it's like 500% pickup range. Ooh. It's not gonna be too difficult. I think there's like a similar ability where you have to get like... Ooh, super chat time, whatever. Yeah, there's another ability, there's another achievement previously where you had to get like 500 health or something, so it's not that terrible. I remember hearing KU on Twitter talk about how he wants to like move all of like the more cruel achievements onto what's it called? He wants to move all the more cruel achievements to their own tab. Yeah, like that sort of like challenges tab on the achievements. So like people can select 100% of the game without having to beat Jump King. Literally just Jump King. I definitely want to grind that though. Like before it gets moved to like some challenge tab later down the line. Cause like I don't think like in previous updates I don't think there have been like as difficult. Like there haven't been achievements as difficult as like actually I haven't like. Yeah, I'm gonna finish that thought first. I don't think there have been achievements as hard as the Jump King one, like the Tower of Suffering. Cause like the hardest you have is like what? Like in 0.6? I think the hardest part of 0.6 was just like Gachikoing everyone. I was like super lazy on that one. And, like, there's like less characters to worry about, so it shouldn't really take me that long, but you know. And explode, and explode, and explode. Explode. There we go. Yeah, for the most part, like, I have a new weapon I need to unlock, and I have like an item I need to unlock. I know there's like one more item in the... Yeah, it's like that weird L thing. I actually don't know what it's a reference to. I actually also don't know what the collector's badge is a reference to either. I kind of need to brush up on that. Fake fan, woo! Oh, I've also got to check out the new stages. Oh, I probably get like the new weapon from beating the new stages or something. I gotta beat those new stages. Try to beat them on like Suisei or something. Let's get Halu here just so I don't bore myself to death. But yeah. Like, even though Suisei may not be the most new, fresh character, she's definitely my favorite. Like, even amongst all the new... Okay, I don't want to say even amongst all the new characters, because like, I've literally only played Pekora and Marin. Like, Marine is okay. Like, her main ability is fine. Her lust ability is fine. Like, she explodes every now and then. Other characters like Subaru do, like, sweeping explosions better because, like, they just do it every couple seconds. Like, Subaru, Sana. I don't remember if any other characters do it, but yeah, like, as a character, Marine is fine. She's fine. Like, I really like Pekora. Pekora feels good. Here we go, let's like, level that up. Mainly just her main weapon. Her main weapon feels really good. I kind of just like how it hits everything. And it feels like it kills pretty fast. I mean, I guess like Marine does have like both melee and long range. And I don't really notice it too much because the hearts just kind of go wherever. Oop, there we go. But she's fine. Like the way it turns into like an anchor feels like, the anchor doesn't feel the greatest. I'm not gonna be real. It's fine. I've just been saying Marine is just fine. She's okay for the past like what, 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I should have picked up the sake there. I used to have like not so many. I used to have like choice opinions about the sake. It used to be terrible. It used to be absolutely terrible. I really like where the sake is now. Like, they had to do a lot of like reworking with it. It's like changed so many times. I really like where it's at right now. Like early on, sake used to be absolutely terrible. I think it was like a 40% buff, but like you lost all immediately on getting hit. And it was just so hard to keep that like it really wasn't worth taking. I really like where it is now, where it's like not as much, but it's like easier to... Actually, can I check it now? Yeah. Up to 20. Okay, the max is 20%. I like that. I like that. And the fact that it just doesn't die immediately, and like it also has like an extra ability when you eat food is kind of nice. It does a lot of nice things. It does a lot of nice things. Wait, do I only have like one weapon slot? Is that why this is happening? Oh, I think it was like coin farming or something. Was it like coin farming? I was doing something. Yeah, I only have like one weapon slot. That's why. That's why. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense. I miss when the solo stamp used to be insane. This thing used to give you like, wasn't it like 60%? It used to give you like 60% for each empty slot, which is absolutely crazy. Like right now I get, what, 15 times 4, 15, 30, 60% on my main weapon, which is kind of sick. You used to be able to get like 200% off of this thing just on your main weapon. And it was like the most optimal way to play the game. Like, just go no weapons, just solo stamp. Honestly, I personally did not have any problems with solo stamp because like the way that solo stamp was, like, let's like switch this, swap. Yeah, the way that solo stamp was, hold on, let me think. Like, yeah, it encouraged like using only your main weapon, but I think it's fine. Like, yeah, sure, you don't use it in any of the other weapons, but like, my favorite part about Holocure is like there are so many unique characters. Like, yeah, a lot of characters are like a lot of characters have like similar things, but like, each character has its own sort of unique, like, kind of like character archetype or whatever. I don't know. Every character is like unique. And like, I was fine with solo stamp being so overpowered because like, it meant that like you could still like solo with just your character's main weapon and just be fine. Just kind of like putting this in, like, just to kind of like put this into perspective. Back when Dragon's Fire was really, really strong, and kind of the only thing people ever used, every character felt really samey, and I didn't really like playing the game, because like, you kind of had to go for Dragon's Fire if you wanted to get any progress. Like, yeah, you could just like Giga Chad not. But like, the Dragon's Fire made it so much easier that like, why wouldn't you? Like, I'm not like talking like, oh, meta this, meta that. How about you go oh, woman, oh, that was terrible. But yeah, point is like, I like it when the game sort of like naturally balances itself out so that like each character has like their own stage to like let their own abilities shine. And like the solo stamp in a way did that. Like it made every character's like main weapon insanely strong. And while you were encouraged to like not touch any other weapons and just like go anvil plus 37 on your main weapon with solo stamp, like solo stamp, haste stamp, I don't know, area stamp, lightness stamp, I guess. Each character at least felt unique. Like, obviously you weren't getting like all the other items because like you were like closing out the rest of the game. Let me turn this back on. Yeah, sure, you were like closing out the rest of the game in favor of your character's weapon. Like I still thought like the solo stamp patch was like fun. Just because every character had their own sort of like chance to shine with their main weapons and you didn't have to like rely too much on collabs and stuff. I mean, obviously at a certain point every character's main weapon will at some point kind of go down. because like obviously you're meant to be going into like all the other weapons. But it was fun just being able to like hit the 30-minute mark with your favorite character just going with their solo weapon. But like, yeah, either way, solo stamp is still pretty nice. Like, it's not as overtuned, it isn't as broken, because it was like unreasonable, genuinely unreasonable. It was like 40% for every empty slot. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like 4 times 5. It's like 200% extra damage on top of like face mask gorilla's paw, you know? I don't know how I'm gonna like edit all of these together, but basically my point is like, I like the solo stamp. I really like it. And while I do kind of miss the era where it was extremely overtuned, like that was incredibly fun. I'm glad they like tuned it back. And like it's not like shit now. It's still pretty good. I just kind of like the position it's in. Like before the update came out, like I saw the tweet about like the fan letters, like teasing the fan letters. I was like, oh no, this is gonna take forever. I'm getting these a lot faster than I thought I would. Like I got like maybe like 10 on stream or so. Was it 10 on stream? It was like 5-ish on stream or so. And, like I've just been like grinding out fan letters just by passively playing. Like you really don't need to like go out of your way to grind these. Like I'll probably have to like go through every single stage like multiple times. Like I don't think getting all of them will be the most difficult. And from like the rate that like people are completing the Tower of Suffering, I don't think the Tower of Suffering is probably that difficult either. Like you just kind of have to figure out like the timings on each jump, like how much you fill the meter. It's just a lot of trial and error. Like you can also like place checkpoints for like your first run, I guess. I actually don't know how many checkpoints you can place, but like there is like the place checkpoint button. Yeah, the Tower of Suffering is probably not as hard as I'm making it out to be. Oh, look at all these holo coins. I got like so much time now. Like I think I've talked about most of the sort of Holocure related things I have at the front of my mind for now, so I could probably just yap about whatever the heck I want now. So, depending on how I cut this up, future me, editor me, future me cuts this up, I'll probably be yapping about whatever random stories coming up ahead. Like, I used to make a lot of videos, man. Not a lot. I don't think it was daily. Was it weekly? I think it used to be weekly. Yeah, I used to like upload one every Saturday or so. Saturday, Sunday, I don't remember. But yeah, I used to upload a lot of videos. And like, they used to be like all Hololive fan games. I kind of miss that, man. I kind of miss that. I think I'm probably gonna try to do that again. Like, I used to like, I feel like I think one of the big reasons I kind of didn't, like towards the end I like slowed down and kind of stopped a little bit. I switched over to streaming because I kind of enjoyed streaming. I eventually got really lazy. Like I tried doing both at the same time, but then I got super lazy. Streaming just went out. Yeah, I used to have like a little series. I used to have a lot of videos playing it was like Gacha Live, I think. It really wasn't that deep of a game. I had like a simple gacha system, and then it had a very simple gacha system, and like the battle system to like get coins was like, oh, everybody plays rock paper scissors and you have to kill Watame. I think I still want to grind that. I still definitely want to grind that. Because, like, how cool would it be to, like, say that I grinded myself out of 1 million yen's worth of debt? I actually don't know the conversion of I don't really remember the conversions. Like, isn't, like, 1 million yen somewhere around, like, $200,000? It's not as much as $1 million, like, a million yen, but it's still, like, a hefty amount. Because, like, to, like, get gems in-game for pulls, you can go into debt in-game. It has there's no, like, repercussions, obviously. Well, obviously. There's just no repercussions for going into the red. So, like, I'm just kind of, like, sitting at, like, I think it's, like, a little under. Yeah, it's a little under $1 million. Because, like, I, like, grinded it for a little bit. You get, like, I don't know, 1,000 per win. So, like, I'd have to, like, grind that a lot. But, yeah, I do eventually want to get back to making videos there, too. Just kind of, like, talking about things, I guess. Yeah, just kind of talking about life a little bit. I'm like 17 right now. Yeah, that's right, I'm doxing myself on the internet. Age doxing myself. Yeah, like I'm like 17. I'm about to turn 18 and go to college, man. And like, I feel like part of me, okay. Like for the most part, I'm kind of chilling, right? Actually, I'll like start the topic like next level. There it is. Oh! Oh, thank God. Thank God it let me pick that up. That's crazy. The bosses have fan letters? Nice, okay. Here we go. Anyways. Yeah, talking about how I'm a dusty old hag now. I'm kidding. I'm not a dusty old hag. But yeah. It's like, I'm slowly finishing up high school. Like, it's coming. It's coming pretty fast. Like, I'm about halfway through the school year. The first semester's almost done. The second semester's gonna come, and I'm gonna graduate, and I'm gonna be in college. I don't like. Part of me is kind of scared. Like, most of me, for the most part, is like, oh, it's whatever, right? I'll live. I'm gonna leave it for now. Like, part of me is like, yeah, I'll live. Like, there's like that small sort of part of me that feels like I'm just gonna die. Like, not like die, but like things are gonna like just go to shit. Like, part of me is kind of anxious that, you know, like, it feels like I have an expiration date on me, you know? Like, and that expiration date is like, I don't know, the end of the school year? Maybe? Like, it feels weird, you know? It feels, I don't want to say it feels wrong. Like, I feel like as a kid, like, you always spend your entire life like, oh, you are a kid, like, you know, you're a kid. Like, it feels weird, because, like, I feel like all of my life I've been sort of, like, watching everybody else. And, like, I'm a kid now, so I don't really have to worry about anything. Not, like, actively thinking about that, but, like, it never really was my turn for, like, kind of anything. But, like, now that I'm, like, slowly kind of, you know, actually growing up, like, I'm kind of, like, seeing things around me, and, like, it's slowly becoming my turn. Like, I'm slowly coming up to the plate, and, like, when I kind of start thinking about it, it kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I feels like I really shouldn't be that scared, because I feel like I'm in a pretty decent spot. That, and, like, most people, I don't think most people explode immediately upon turning 18, you know? Let's grab this. And, like, yeah, I don't think most people explode immediately upon turning 18. Let's get Houshou. Let's just max out Houshou now and just look for, I don't know, spider cooking. Or CEO's tears, whichever one comes first. Anyways, what was I saying? Right. Yeah, college is gonna come pretty quickly soon. And, I'm not sure if it'll impact my... I'm not sure if it'll, like, impact my, like, content creation cycle that much. Cause, like, I usually have enough time to spare in the evenings for, like, 2 hours or so, just kind of, like, enjoy myself. I feel like in college, I probably will have, like, a lot bigger of a workload. Cause, like, here in high school right now, like, I've never really had that heavy of a workload in high school. Like, I've never really had, like, homework from any of my teachers. Like, most of my teachers have usually been super chill. Like, either, like, no homework teachers or just, like, no work teachers. So, like, I think one of the biggest... Oh, I missed face mask. One of the things that scares me the most is, like... One of the things that scares me the most is, like, how much is the work balance gonna change? Like, not like, oh, no, I'm gonna have more work to do, oh. Like, I'm just scared, like, am I going to be prepared for it, is the thing. Like, it's not that I don't want to do more work, it's just, like, am I going to be prepared? Because, like, I don't want to, like, brag or anything. Like, there's always that sort of, like, narrative. No, like, it's not like there's always that narrative. Like, when it comes to, like, I guess, like, quote-unquote gifted kids, right? Like, I have, like, an easier time picking up information and, like, retaining information. So, like, I've never had to study as much. I've never really had to, like, work as much, I guess. So, like, yeah, I've never really, like, learned how to, like, freaking study or anything. Like, I'm kind of really scared now, because, like, I'm, like, coming into college now. Soon. And, like, there's all this stuff I'm gonna have to, like, learn how to do, or else I'll explode, you know? Not, like, explode, but you get the idea. Ninja headband, not really. Membership. Like, I don't know how to put it into words. Like, future me will, like, cut this up properly, but, you know. Like, I feel like everything's just, like, once I start getting to college, like, either things will be fine for the most part, or everything's gonna hit me so freaking hard. And, like, for a couple months, I'm just gonna be, like, absolutely screwed trying to, like, figure things out, you know? Like, I'm kind of scared of that sort of second outcome. Or, like, I'm just gonna explode, you know? Like, it really does make me nervous, man. Like, for the most part, I feel like it'll be okay, because, like, I've got, like, family who's, like, okay, that's, like, such a cheesy line. I've got family. But, like, I have, like, older cousins. I have, like, you know, my parents, I guess. Like, a little more specifically, I don't really have to go into it alone too much. Not in the sense of like, oh, I just have family, you have family, you'll be okay. Like, my parents have been a lot more vocal about how, like, they really want to assist me through kind of, like, growing up, instead of just, like, letting me, like, flounder around like a fish and just, like, full send it, just kind of, like, dump me out, like, kick me out of the house at 18, and then just, like, throw me straight in the deep end. Like, they kind of want to, like, help me sort of, like, ease into things and, like, start me off on the right foot. To kind of, like, set me up for success later on. At first, like, as, like, a, I don't know, freshman or sophomore, I thought it was, like, a little overbearing. You know, mom, dad, you know. But, like, now it's, like, kind of, like, sort of, like, nice, kind of comforting hearing that. Like, I also have, like, an older cousin who's already graduated from the college that I'm trying to go to. More stamps. Grab this. And grab this. Oh, I could have used the bomb stamp, actually. I was, like, waiting for the haste stamp. Anyways. You're like, I have voice crack. Dude, I have, like, also a lot of sort of... I have a lot of sort of little resources, I guess. There's, like, things like family members I can, like, lean on and stuff. In case things get tough, you know? So, like, I probably shouldn't be that nervous, you know? And it doesn't, to be honest, like, it's not like a nervousness that sort of eats away with me. It's like a sort of quiet nervousness. Like, the one that could, like, definitely grow and, like, balloon into something huge at any given moment. Like, for the most part, I think I'll be fine. Ugh, I got another healing item. Like, I've been sort of, like, practicing driving lately as well. Usually where I am, like, people are already driving when they're, like, 16, like 16, 17. Because, like, most people are able to start getting their learner's permit, like, applying for their learner's permit at, like, 15 and a half, right? So, you get your learner's permit at 15 and a half, you practice driving with your parents for, like, what, 6 months? I think most people go for, like, 3. I live in a place where, like, nobody freaking cares. And, like, you practice for a couple months and you're already on the road by 16. I'm, like, old. I'm dusty already. I'm, like, 17. I'm, like, grizzled old man. I'm not. I'm kidding. But, like, I've always felt, like, a little anxious. Like, I'm so behind the curve. But I feel like the more I think about it, it's probably better that way. Because, like, I'm, like, a little older than most people would be when learning to drive. And I feel like I'm slightly more responsible, I guess. Like, I feel like I was, like, a 16-year-old who was still kind of, like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know how to take this, but, like, I feel like I kind of, like, understand a little more, like, my responsibilities when driving. As opposed to, like, oh, it's super cool, I get a car and I get to go wherever. No, it's, like, you kind of gotta, like, pay attention, like, watch out not only for yourself, but, like, for everyone else on the road. Because, like, for every crash that you have, that's a crash that somebody else has, you know? And that, and I'm, like, a teenage boy. So, like, obviously I have, like, insanely high insurance rates. So, like, if I crash, like, my parents, I have to take a hefty amount of money to, like, kind of pay for the insurance. Anyways, where was I? Right, I was talking about driving. So, like, yeah, I am, like, a little late. I probably will be, like, 18 when I'm driving. Like, it's gonna take a good bit. I'm still practicing. I think it's been around, like, 5-ish months, 4 or 5-ish months total that I've been practicing. I feel like it'll probably be, like, around the time of my birthday-ish. Like, around, like, the start of next year, maybe, like, sometime in January, maybe I'll be driving. So, then I'll be able to, like, kind of drive myself to school and kind of, like, be a little more free, I guess. Like, I'm not really, like, gonna go places, you know? Like, I'm not gonna, like, just kind of, like, go wherever. Because, like, one, I don't want to, like, drive too much because I have to, like, refill gas. And, like, you know, I don't want to deal with that. Like, what do you mean? That, yeah, like, that, and, like, I don't want to... Like, another thing is, like, my parents don't really want me out too much. Like, I feel like I'm one of those dorky kids who's like, oh, my parents this, my parents that. And I don't mean, like, 100%, like, too hard. Like, oh, my mom and my dad said I can't do that. I should have taken pickup range. My mom and my dad don't want me to do this. It's like, I recognize that my parents would rather me not go out too much. And I understand why, because I'm just a fresh driver, and, like, I guess I just, like, need to focus on, I don't know, getting to school alive, and getting home alive. Like, I don't really have that many places ooh, another fan letter. I don't really have that many places I kind of need to be at. Like, I do want to kind of start, like, seeing if I can find any, what's it called? LGSs that host, like, Yu-Gi-Oh events or something that I can start attending. Like, I definitely want to see if I can try to do that. Something that hopefully isn't like too late, because like, again, mom and dad said I can't be out too long. Actually, like, I think that's like a little more reasonable. Like, I would personally rather not be out past like, I don't know, 8 or 9. I'm like a wuss. I'm an absolute wuss. Like, first off, like, I'm an inexperienced driver. I've only been driving for like, what, 6 months? So, and then you're asking me to like drive at like 10 p.m? Like, nah. So like, I guess like, I do want to try to see if there are any LGSs nearby. I can see if I can start like attending like Yu-Gi-Oh events. Like, I want to start playing TCG. Like, I know a lot of people, like, I'm like, I don't want to say active, but like, I'm like on the Yu-Gi-Oh side of Twitter. There's so many people doom posting about the TCG all the time. Like, oh, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead this set. It's dead this set. Stop playing TCG. It's dead. Also, Master Duel's garbage. Stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, no, I want to keep playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is fun. Like, even if there's all these things to complain about like the TCG and shit, like, I enjoy playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, it's fun. Yeah, like, if this is your first video and you've watched this far, then yeah, I'm a really big Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Well, not like really big. Okay, you know what? I think I'm a really big Yu-Gi-Oh guy, so I think I'm a really big Yu-Gi-Oh guy. TR, I'm in strongest, and I'm like absolutely Thunder Dragon pilled right now. Like, I just discovered that, like, not just discovered. Like, I'd always known the Thunder Dragon Colossus exists. I never like really used it. Look, now that I'm aware of how it works, I love it so much. Like, I'm playing like a Thunder Dragon Prank Kids deck, which sounds like absolutely crazy. It's like the most like enemies to lovers shit you've ever seen, man. Like, I remember watching what's it called? I think the first time I was exposed to Prank Kids was like, what's his face? I forget his name. It's like Phi or something. Phy. Shy or something. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't remember the guy, but like he's made a couple like Yu-Gi-Oh documentaries, like big Yu-Gi-Oh documentaries about like all these different people. Like the one I remember the most is his like Thunder, like his like Prank Kids video. Like there is this one guy, I forget his name. He's like the isn't he like Thai? I don't remember. I don't remember too many of the details at all. But yeah, like it was during like Thunder. It was during like toss format where like I think it was like towards the end of toss format. Where, like everyone was playing Thunder Dragon. And like the most recent set, it was like a deck building set with like 3 new archetypes, and like everyone was like Prank Kids is the worst. Prank Kids is terrible. It isn't a tall combo deck and it doesn't do anything. Like when you sit back and read, Prank Kids is busted. Like, what do you mean they just cycle themselves out? What do you mean they cycle themselves around every single turn? Like, yeah, they kind of do die on like the Meow Meow move. Like, if you just like Ash the Meow Meow move, they're kind of cooked, right? Well, not Ash the Meow Meow move. Like, you don't do that because it doesn't do anything. Like, you normal a guy and then link it off with Meow Meow move. Yeah, you normal a guy and then link it off with Meow Meow move. And if your opponent ashes that first guy, you kind of don't have anywhere to go. So you're kind of like dead in the water. Like, other than that, if they get their foot in the door, they're actually like really, really nice. They don't go very tall. Yeah, they don't go very tall at all. But like, there's like 4 of them, right? It's like Dropsies and Lampsies, or like the water and fire ones, heal you for 1,000 and burn the opponent for 500. So like, you kind of like start putting this wedge between yourself and your opponent really early on. And then Fancies, the Thunder one, allows you to get cards in the grave, which is nice for setting the trap, Prank Kids plan, or just more bodies in the graveyard if you really need them. And it's nice for setting things up in the graveyard. And then the rock one, Roxy's. Roxy's draws you a card and then banishes a card, which at first I thought it was absolutely garbage. I think I first started using the Prank Kids in like Adamantipator lists. But like, it's incidentally really, really nice for no freaking reason. But like, when it first came out, I don't think they had the Link one. Oop, my model died. Here we go. I don't think they had the Link one. I don't remember. I think it was like support released later on. Like early on, I can see why people would think like Prank Kids is trash. Because like without the Link one, like what are you gonna do? Normal a Dropsies pass? Like it literally does nothing turn 1. Like you have to open the Pandemonium turn 1, or else you literally do not do anything. I guess you could run like a Lunalite Black Sheep polymerization engine to try to like get another fusion in your hand, just so you can like go into like Washer or something to proc some of the guys. Because like fusion is a lot easier to proc than the links, because like they didn't have a link 1 at the time, I don't believe. So like they didn't really have a chance to do anything. Like the link 1 is really what ties everything together. So like without the link 1 early on is terrible. So like I can see why people thought it was terrible. Like when the guy, I forget his name. Like it should not be a name I'm forgetting, but it's his name I forget nonetheless. I suck at remembering names. Nobody really saw it coming because like everyone thought Prank Kids was garbage. Because like Thunder Dragon Colossus were pretty consistent. Like you get just a shit ton of like Thunders engraved, you just can't remove it. You literally can't remove it unless you like, I don't know, spin it or banish it. And at the time I don't think anyone was like running that. Like in like a standard Thunder list at the time, I don't think they had like banishes or spins. So they just kind of like punch over each other with like Thunder Dragon Matrixes, which is really funny. I mean, this is probably all wrong, by the way. I actually don't really know what the event looked like. Like when the guy, when the guy came in, like with Prank Kids, he would just like win in the grind game. I think the entire game plan was to just like burn them off with fancies and just get so many like burn them off with Lampsies and get so many life points with Dropsies that they kind of can't do anything. Cause like Prank Kids has so much more grind game than Prank Kids has so much more grind game than Thunder Dragon does. Cause like it can infinitely recycle its own cards. It can infinitely recycle its own cards. Like it constantly it slowly burns your opponent and heals you. And like cards constantly go to cards constantly funnel into the grave and constantly funnel back into the deck. It's like you'll never deck out if you know what you're doing. And like if they set up properly, Prank Kids just like lives. Like they win in the grind game. Like they really win in the grind game. So like it ended up like working really, really well, and in a pool of Thunder Dragon players, the Prank Kids player won, which is super sick. I absolutely loved that story. Like I never really touched Prank Kids because like no, it's Prank Kids. I wasn't like good at Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. I would say I'm like fine at Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm like I can hit Diamond. Like I've hit Diamond a couple times, but I'm like I can't like hit it consistently. I prefer not like laddering up there anyways. Like I think I'd rather like stick around Plat, like Gold to Plat. Like D-rank down to Gold, get my Gold gems, and then go back up to Plat, go back up through Plat, see if I can get to like Plat 1, see if I can get Diamond. That's kind of how my rank season goes. I'm like fine, I'm like decent at best. Anyways, so like when I first picked up Prank Kids, I was actually teaching my friend how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I put him on Metal Foes. And like I looked up other sort of NR decks to try to get him in, because like NR is like, the NR format is like nice enough. Because like it's not high power, but it's still like somewhat like it's still like fairly reminiscent. Like it's still a good representation of what happens in Yu-Gi-Oh. So like I was kind of like looking at NR decks plus staples. Because like I was also teaching him how to use staples. Because you know like if you're playing Master, you gotta have the Maxi. You gotta have the Maxi. Ooh. Yeah, I was kind of like showing him the ropes. And like one of the other NR decks I saw was Prank Kids. I was like, you know what, let's try Prank Kids. I crafted Prank Kids. It's literally all normals and rares except for like the Meow Meow Moose. It's like I picked up like the Link ones. I just call it Pussy for short. Ooh, yo. Yeah, I just like call it Pussy for short, and like the Dodo Doodle Doo, I call it like, Cock for short because funny. Yeah, it's like Pussy. Like Pussy's like the only SR I really had. Like I didn't really use Rocket Ride, and I still don't use Rocket Ride. I probably should. There's probably a reason I should. But like I'd rather have the extra deck space for like a little bit of like generic, like SP, and then Underworld Goddess is super nice. But yeah, I usually run like the SP over it, and I have like, I'll talk about the deck itself later. But yeah, so I was kind of like looking at Prank Kids. I was like, wait, I just beat him every single time. Like he's like on Metal Foes, and Metal Foes is actually pretty cool. I like Metal Foes too. Like it doesn't have the grind game that Prank Kids has. Like if I just play good, like it's not as potent as Metal Foes, but it just lives. It just lives in the grind game. And, like my friend just doesn't have like the sort of like technical know-how to like live in like a longer sort of game state. It's like I would just win every single time. I was like, you know what? How far can I take this? Can I take this into like ranked? So I looked on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Rule Meta. Goofy silly man. Goofy silly. What's his face? I don't know. Mr. Worlds Leaguer. DK. Yeah. Goofy silly Worlds Leaguer. I went onto the site. Like regardless of how I feel about What's his name? I forgot it immediately. DK. Regardless of how I feel about DK, the website is still kind of nice. Like, it's a pretty clean website. Like, there's like a lot of nice information on there, I guess, like seeing deck lists and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm a net decker, whatever. Like, I'm not like a 100% net decker. Like I still have to like learn the ratios for deck, because like I prioritize like playing well over like making my own decks, because you know, I feel like I view like Yu-Gi-Oh a little more like a what's it called? A fighting game almost. Like each deck is like a fighting game character and like its kit, like its moveset and everything. It's like it's a lot more important that like I get like the ratios down so I can play the deck well. It's like I'd rather like play well with like the basic deck constructions that like people use, rather than like try to stick something together, run like 3 copies of a 1 of, no copies of like the necessary cards, not understand like what's strong and what's not, and then fail miserably. Like I like seeing how a deck is supposed to work first, and then when I actually know what I'm doing, I can like change around the ratios. I can get rid of certain cards, and then I can splash in my own engines, my own non-engine, you know. But anyways, regardless, I looked around, and apparently there's this list that someone has on there, and it's like a Thunder Dragon prank kids list. Like I remember this story, and I was like, wait, aren't those guys like mortal enemies, right? Because like, you know, the whole David and Goliath, the prank kids take away the entire Thunder Dragon tournament shtick. So I kind of looked at it, and like basically what it says is just like, it literally just like runs 3 dark, 1 hawk. Yeah, it runs like 3 dark, 1 hawk. And basically, you can turn a Lampsies, like the Thunder one, you can turn a Lampsies into a Colossus. I was like, wait, that's kind of cool. Like, I had a vague idea of how Thunder Dragon worked. I didn't really understand it too much, but like when I actually read Thunder Dragon and started using it, I was like, wait, this is sick. So like, I started off with like a basic ratio, like 3 dark, 1 hawk. But like, if you really like push the ratios, I think right now I use like 3 Thunder Dragon, 3 dark, 2 hawk, 2 roar, and 2 matrix, along with 3 paralyzing mushroom, to have like a really, really good chance at getting a Colossus on the board. So like, most of my end boards are usually like Colossus. I can actually get like 2 Colossus if I really wanted to with the Thunder Mushrooms. Like, I digress. Basically, I put out a Thunder Dragon and then end on like Bow Wow Bark. Like end on the dog. Let's like not die here, real quick. Anyways. Like, I eventually sort of like evolved it by like throwing in like so many freaking, so many freaking Thunder Dragons. Like, I also have like 2 Bonfire, 3 Place. Like, I didn't run Place originally, because like, one, I didn't know it exists, because I was using like the NR list. And 2, I don't react. So like, eventually when I like actually read Place, I was like, wait, this just adds me a prank kids. So like, it's basically just like all the names, 2 Bonfire, like all the names, 2 Bonfire, 3 Place, and then like the ratios of Thunder Dragons I mentioned earlier. And it generally puts out like a Thunder Dragon and like Prank Kids plays, like both at the same time, which is really nice because like both of them have insanely nice skills. Because like, you'll love to see it. Anyways, both of them have like really, really nice skills, right? Skills? Abilities. Like, Prank Kids has insane grind game, and like Thunder Dragon Colossus sort of like brings both players down to like the same level, right? I should go on for Cutlass. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna quit. Anyways, what was I talking about? Right. They're like a really good complement to each other. Like Thunder Dragons and Prank Kids, because like the Colossus like prevents the opponent from building too high on turn 1. And then the what's it called? The Prank Kids just have a really sort of good innate kind of grind engine. Grind game. Like, what's it called? If I were to go second, like I have like a decent chance, I guess. Like if my opponent doesn't like have a huge negate board, that's normal actually. That's normal. Most decks don't really. if my opponent has like 17 billion negates in front of me, then, you know, of course everyone dies to that. But yeah, like, I really like the way that it sets things up. Like, they both have a lot of like really incidental synergies with each other. Because like, first off, like, Lampseas is a sort of bridge, right? Like, that's like the entire reason why I kind of started noticing this thing works. Let's get rid of Bounce Ball. Because like, Lampseas is a thunder. So if you activate a Thunder Dragon in hand and then end on Lampseas, like, you can like just turn your extra Lampseas into a you can turn your extra Lampseas into a Colossus. But you can also start with a Colossus. Like, if you go like, say, open Mushroom, yeah, open Mushroom and any name, you just go through your general line. I bought X Potato, man. I got X Potato. Whatever. I got X Potato Hollow Bomb. Right? Actually, no, it's like Idle Song now. Anyways. Yeah, so Lampseas turns into Colossus. Right. And I mentioned earlier about how Roxas is a banish. At first I thought it was terrible because like, oh, I'd lose a card. But like, all the Thunder Dragons want to be banished. Like, they want to be banished. I think Dark is just an act when it's banished. Hawk, when Hawk is banished, it's like, it filters your hand. Like, you like shuffle cards back into your deck and then draw that much, which is super nice. And then I forget what Roar is. Is Roar special? Yeah, Roar special summons from deck, and then at the end phase puts it back into your hand if it's still on the board. Which is super nice, because like, either like get an extra body to like turn into a Colossus, or like you have a way to like get it's basically a Magnemite. It's basically a Magnemite for like, any Thunder. Yeah, it's just a Magnemite for any Thunder. So like the Roxas just triggers any Thunder in hand. And then, Paralyzing Mushroom also really ties this together. I was like watching Thunder Dragon videos in Master Duel for like, you know, ideas. And like one of the newer cards, Paralyzing Mushroom, if any Thunder is sent to the grave while this thing is in your hand, from like if any Thunder is sent from your hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon the Mushroom to the board. The Mushroom counts for both a Thunder and an activation from hand, because like it is activating from hand to special summon itself. So like if you open, like I said, if you open any Prank Kids and then Mushroom, you go through your line, and eventually when you send either a Lampseas, no, whenever you send either a Fancies or a Cock, Dodo Doodle Doo, both of them are Thunders. Both of them are Thunders. So like send either of them, and then that triggers the Mushroom in hand, so you can like put out a Colossus naturally without needing any other Thunder Dragons, which is super nice. So like, what's it called? Yeah, it's really, really nice. Another thing I really like is like the original Thunder Dragon. Ooh, nice. Yeah, the original Thunder Dragon, just like discard this, add up to 2 more Thunder Dragons. It's kind of like the Dangers, right? Like, it is really, really similar to the Dangers, where like people just like ash the Thunder Dragon all the time. Like, nobody knows what to do with it. Like, you don't ash the Thunder Dragon because like, 1, it's only a once. Actually, 1, there is no once, and 2, it's like worthless. I just need to activate it in hand to get a Thunder. It's like if I open like Thunder Dragon plus Mushroom, like I activate what's it called? What other collabs do I have with Potato? Song, Lava Bucket. Okay. Let's see if I can get. This is not worth. This is not worth. Yeah. Anyways, like I open the Thunder Dragon. Oh, you'll have to see it. So many distractions. Yeah, I opened the Thunder Dragon, which is super nice. Right, let me just, okay. Start from the top, just think. So, I opened the Thunder Dragon, they ashed the Thunder Dragon because I had no clue what they're doing. Please. Please. Song. Bucket, whatever. I've wasted all my rerolls, that's fine. It's only like stage 3, whatever. Anyways. So I open the Thunder Dragon. They ash it because they're stupid. And that lets me take Houshou. That lets me activate the Paralyzing Mushroom Hand and like turn it into a Colossus. And if that's really all I want to do, then I just end on Colossus because like, so what? They're not gonna kill me this turn. So like, I just like pass. I can't really do too much. They pass back, and I do Prank Kids plays, and like we're kind of like on an even playing field, which is super nice. And, like, it's just like ashing the dangers. Like, don't ash the dangers. They're not once. They're not a once. Like, I've dodged ash in so many situations where people just have no clue. But yeah, I absolutely love Thunder Prank Kids. I probably could like push, like I probably could push into like Diamond with it. I think there's a guy somewhere on YouTube who just like takes literally any deck to Masters, because like, you know. So I feel like I have hope. I have hope. I could probably take like if some guy can take like some shit ass joke deck to Masters, I can take Prank Kids to Ooh, actually I can go for Idle Song here and just like use the bucket on the axe. Yeah, if some guy can take his shit ass rogue decks to Master, then I can take I can take Thunder Prank Kids to Diamond. Anyways. Idle Song. Oh Jesus, what did I do? I clicked off. Okay, I accidentally alt-tabbed. Alright. Fuck it. Get like a collab and then max out Houshou. Or just whichever one comes first. Yeah, kind of going back to the driving tangent. There's like a lot of cool people in my parking lot, like my school parking lot. Like, because it's like an American high school, like anything goes, man, anything goes. Like some people have their like freaking clanker cars, like shit ass clanker cars, hooked up like the most loud, obnoxious exhausts or whatever. And, like you can just hear. Excuse me. Yeah, like some people have their shit ass cars set up with like the stupidest, most obnoxious exhaust pipes you've ever heard, and there's like smog everywhere. And like, dude, that's not, dude, you're like, like sometimes I'll see people with that kind of car, with like the loud exhausts, and like the car literally has like multiple different colors on it, like different parts of the car. Like I think like the front part of the car will be like tan, like the doors will be mishmashed colors, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And there's also I think there's like, I've heard there's like multiple people on motorcycles, but I know there's like one guy who drives this like super sick like red motorcycle. I actually don't know what it is. The only thing I know about motorcycles is like, I know that Harley Davidsons exist. Like, oh my god, I'm a Holocure fan, so I know a Harley Davidson exists because Himemori Luna owns a Harley Davidson. But, like, it probably isn't a Harley Davidson, kind of like looking at it. So, you know, like at the very least, kind of like can recognize that at least. But yeah, what was I talking about? Right, cars, motorcycles. Yeah, like it's super cool. I've never seen the person themselves. Like, I've never actually seen the person themselves, but like, it's so cool. It's just so cool, like walking by it every now and just be like absolutely blown away, like wow, look at that thing, you know. And like there's like two I don't want to say like halves, but there's two sort of like halves to the parking lot. There's like the front parking lot and the back. Like the closer, ugh, cut that out. Or not, I don't know. Future me will probably be too lazy. Anyways, I need... I'll just take CEO's tiers, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna have to like level weirdly here. Anyways. Like towards the front of the lot, it's a lot more crowded, obviously because it's like closer to the school. And what's it called? It's a lot closer to the school. So it's usually a lot more crowded, there's a lot more people around there. It's usually a lot more social as well. Like there's a lot of people like sort of yapping their heads off. People like kids like drive pretty fast in the parking lot. They'll probably go like maybe like 30, 35 in the parking lot, even though it's like, you know, it's just a parking lot. But people like speed over speed bumps. Like, isn't it like bad for your suspension or something if you like zoom over speed bumps? But whatever, I digress. Yo. I want both of those. Anyways. Where was I? Right. Towards the back lot though, it's kind of like... It's just like... Okay, it's not like crazy, but like... Shenanigans go down back there sometimes. Like, I usually kind of like park my car... Like, in the very back of the lot where it's like really quiet. It's like nice and peaceful and quiet. There's nobody there. Like, you really don't have to walk that far. Like, if anything, it's more anxiety giving if you like walk in like the mid to the like front lot, because like there's a lot of people driving by and stuff. But, like, if you're like in the back lot, it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. Except for when like idiots are doing shenanigans over there. Like, usually it's not enough to like put me in danger or anything. But, like, sometimes I'll just see like kids kind of like standing around the cars or something, or just like being louder-ish. I don't know. The entire parking lot is crazy, but like the back lot has like a lot of interesting personalities in it. Like, right. There's this one girl. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. I will start off this story with I hate her. I hate her guts. She'll never see this anyways. Like, I'll never have to interact with her, because I don't have any classes with her. I don't really see her ever. Like, the only thing I know is that she has this stinking yellow car. It's like this sort of small, little, yellow car. It's a small, like, yeah. It's a small, round, yellow car. And, like, I swear to God, she drives so shit. She drives so shit. Like, she'll always, like, right now, like, I don't exactly have my license, so I drive with my mom. Like, she'll, like, bring the car to the school parking lot. I'll get in, like, we'll switch. Like, I'll drive myself home just so I can get more practice in. Forgive me, like, forgive me? No. What am I? Old? I don't even know what the comment was, man. But yeah, like, I'm just yapping. Anyways. She'll, like... Sometimes when she sees us, like, she'll, like, tailgate really, really close. Like, she'll speed, like... I honestly feel like it's somewhere around... like, usually the roads are, like, 45, maybe 35 on slower roads. She will go, like, freaking 60, 65. And then tailgate us for no reason. Really close. Or like drive next to us for like a good stretch of road, and then speed past us, and then like cut us off. Like, yeah, like she'll cut us off and like go in front of us. Oh, yo. Is this? What is that? Oh, that's just the anvil. Okay, I thought there was something behind it. It was just the area sand. Like, she'll like cut us off. Like, really, really close while speeding. Like, she just beefs with us for no reason. I haven't had any run-ins with this kid. But, like, I hate her guts. I hate her guts. Like, it got to a point where, like, my mom would, like, memorize part of her license plate. Yeah, my mom would, like, memorize part of her license plate. And kind of, like, keep note of where she lives. Because, like, she, like... Her neighborhood is like a little close to ours. It's like on the same way. It's like, which is why like I see her sometimes. Like, I don't know what she looks like. I actually don't know what she looks like. I've never seen her face. I've never seen what she is. I just know she rides that stupid yellow car, and that she happens to be a girl. I hate her so much. I hate her so much. You know, like hate her. Like, it's just like, can you not? I mean, for a good bit, like she has just not, which is nice. So I don't really have to worry about too much. Like, she's been an absolute nuisance. Anyways. Oh yeah, I have this like school project soon. It's like a really weird project, by the way. Like, you're probably gonna take you'll probably take like a double take if you like when you hear this, but like I have like a math project. Like a math project. Like normally you have like English project, you have like a history project, like math? No, you just take tests in math. Like I have like calculus. And like the project is like where we group up with like 3 other people and we make like a calculus game. Like I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but like I have my own ideas. I'm cooking. Let's go freeze. Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, so like we just have to like include like 40 calculus questions in it somehow. So like let's get rid of this. Just include like 40 calculus questions, which is not the most difficult actually. It's like fine. But yeah, so like the idea I have is like I haven't like one of my group mates is on board. The other group mate is like fine as long as he doesn't have to do work. And then there's like the 4th person, who we actually don't know yet. Like, oh, I hear you. But yeah, we got our groups assigned like today. Like we haven't like met up with our groups in class, so I actually don't know who the 4th person is. Like I'm in a group with like my friend and my other friend. But yeah, villager and like new guy. We'll call him Amsa because he likes Smash a lot. But yeah, it's like we have villager and Amsa. I've like talked about villager before under probably a bunch of different names, but I think I'm just gonna keep calling him villager. Let's get Wami water here. Yes, like villager is like a fellow, I don't want to say card game enthusiast. Like I got him to Magic, like he doesn't want to touch Yu-Gi-Oh. Like he would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Probably because like how he sees me like play it. Like sometimes I like play it in class, like I will crash out, dude. I will crash out. But yeah, so it's me, villager, Amsa, and then like this girl. Like I actually don't know who she is. I know she's like in our group, but like we haven't like we'll get like 1 day to work on it in class, and like it's due in like a week or whatever. I got like a huge framework on it already, and like the practical part where we have to like 40 math questions is like already in place. So like it's gonna be like I'm gonna derive a lot from Yu-Gi-Oh. We're gonna have 10,000 life points instead of 8,000 because like I like big numbers. Originally it was gonna be 100,000, but like I got vetoed so hard that like they eventually convinced me to take it down 1-0, so it's now 10,000 instead of 100. Yeah, so like it'll be like a standard like PvP card game, like TCG. Well, it's not like gonna be a TCG because like you can't trade the cards around. We're gonna be making freaking index cards. But basically, there's gonna be 2 main piles. Like, pile 1 will have like 3 sub piles, and then there's gonna be the deck, right? So like pile 1, like this is like the practical part and how we're supposed to get our grade. It's gonna be like a pile of math questions, right? Because like we gotta make it a calculus game somehow. But like so there'll be like 3 difficulties of questions, like 1, 2, and 3, and each of those will give you like your mana for the turn. We're calling it summon points or SP. Even though you use your summon points for like other things other than summoning. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. But yeah, you have your SP. SP Little Knights. Yeah, can I not die here real quick? Thank you. I'm like walking around like a headless chicken because I'm not paying attention. Anyways, right. So like, based on the difficulty of the question you answer, you get 1, 2, or 3 SP to use on your turn to like play cards. There's a monster zone and a spell zone where it's just taking Yu-Gi-Oh's combat. And each sort of like a lot of cards will have effects that like either they're just like vanilla monsters, you kind of like summon them out, or they have some effect, right? Let me grab this angle. They have some effect or whatever that like requires SP. For example, we'll have like our big card, right? We have like 3 sort of like main win cons going right now, or 3 big cards. There we go. I expected to see one of these. There we go. Anyways, like our sort of big guy, he starts off with 0 attack, right? Like he gains like 1,000 for every SP you load onto him. So like, if you load like 10 SP onto him, he kills in one turn. Like he just punches your opponent in the face, instantly kills him. Our second guy is like also fairly weak. But it still has like some attack stats, so you can still swing with it. But for every SP you load onto it, you get to burn your opponent for 1, right? So like it's like a burn strategy. It kills like it's like about half as fast as like the big guy, like the big hard hitter. But like it's for more like a bit more of a control style, right? What just happened? Anyways, and then the third one is literally just Sprite Gamma Burst. All of your vanillas get like an extra 1,000 attack. You swing with that. It'll be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Without a card max. It'll be Yu-Gi-Oh! Without like a... There's not like 5 monster zones. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Mechanics and like just a Magic the Gathering card. Like a Magic the Gathering board. You can have as many monsters as you want. I want it to be also similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! In the way that you don't need any extra cards other than like... I don't know. Just the decks themselves. The deck will be shared by both players. It'll be like a 1v1. Yeah, the deck will be shared by like both players. And what's it called? Yeah. Yeah. Like for now, this is just sort of like a basic draft version because I just want to get this done for the project and also like have a bit of fun with it. And we probably have like a lot of time to like do a lot of things because like I'm already setting up a lot of frameworks to like be able to get the practical work done and just get into like the game design, which is super interesting. Yeah, so a lot of stuff has to, like, yeah, Sprite Gamma Burst. I don't know. Anyways, that's most of what we have for now. Like I said, both players share the deck. 5-card hand. Actually, I was thinking, I'm thinking 7. I kind of like a 7-card hand more. Even though I play Yu-Gi-Oh!, I like 7-card hands more. They feel better. They just feel better. Like, we gotta keep, like, the game, like, fairly easy to understand and fast-paced. So like a lot of things are going to be like very straightforward, and like a lot of cards are going to do exactly what they say. I have no actually I have bandage. I was gonna say I have no heals, but I have the bandage. Anyways, so like a lot of effects, like a lot of cards are going to be sort of self-contained, because like it's going to be like drawing maybe not one-ofs, but yeah, it'll be like drawing a lot of one-ofs or two-ofs or whatever, in like a shared deck. So it's going to be, what's it called? I don't know. M4 Gore. Actually, yeah. What I was gonna say was like every card is going to sort of like function as a sort of standalone strategy with like a bunch of like sort of util around it instead of having like sort of like archetypes, because like both players are gonna be drawing from the same deck. So like if cards have to rely on each other, then it's gonna feel bad, right? And, like early on in a card game, anyways, when you're sort of like working on the design space, it just doesn't feel good. When you try to start like shoving in like archetypes right away, because it kind of like restrains a lot of things. Like you gotta have like a sort of like strong baseline before you start to introduce other things. Like when it comes to like games, I guess like right now I'm working on programming a little sort of interactive fiction. Like there's these like old ass games, kind of like I don't know, Zork. Like there's no parallel to interactive fiction nowadays. Like I would say, I don't know, freaking open world games. It's just like the interface is different, like way different. There's literally no parallels. So like, what's it called? Like there's like a sort of like terminal that gives you a bunch of information about where you are, and you can interact with the world with like different commands like north, south, east, west, inventory, examine, look, use. And you can kind of like interact with the world that way. And as long as like the method to do what you're doing is programmed into the game, you can do it. So like for example, if there's like a door, I can say like open door, right? Or if there's like a, I don't know, there's a goblin or something, you can do like use sword and you'll slash the goblin or something. It doesn't have to necessarily be high fantasy, but it can just kind of be whatever you want. It's just like a platform to like make games. Not like platform, like a method of, it's a genre of games that's super hella old. Like I really want to definitely try it. Try making one. Oh, I didn't get the fan letter. Alright, we have to lock in for this one. But yeah, so yeah, after I make that, like I'm making sort of like just the engine for it so I can make whatever, and I'm going to make my own game. I'll like release it on like GitHub for free because like, you know, it's just a fun passion project. But after that, I want to try to make a card game. Like I want to try to make a CCG kind of like Hearthstone. Well, like kind of like Hearthstone, but like kind of like Hearthstone in the way that it's like computer. Like it's a computer card game. Because like there's no way my ass is launching a card game like a TCG. Like I do want to make my own card game at some point. Like who doesn't? Okay, it's not who doesn't. It's just like there are a lot of people aspiring like card gaming creators out there, you know. But yeah, what's it called? Like this sort of like base card game that I'm making for like a calculus project. I do definitely want to try to take it some places. I definitely want to try to take it places. And I will probably take it like as a CCG online. Maybe like release it on Steam or something. I feel like it'd be like the easiest kind of multiplayer to make because like it's not like a shooter game. Actually, I mean there's like a lot. I mean, it'll probably be pretty easy. I don't know, man. But yeah. Oh, that's I don't know. I forgot again. I forgot again. But yeah, I'll definitely kind of like maybe try to put up like progress updates on that as I go. But yeah, speaking of work, like schoolwork, I got my calculus project. I've got a lot of progress done on it, which is super nice. Like progress isn't like card design. I still have to like check in with my fourth teammates to see if they're okay with it. Like when we like meet each other in class or whatever. Because like, I'm not like too familiar with most of my classmates at all. There. Turn my model back on. Yeah. I got like a lot of English homework to work on. I'm technically not behind anymore. I used to be pretty behind, but like I've technically got myself up to a point where I'm technically not behind. Like my English class has a lot of like what's it called? Nothing burger work. It's for like it's like a dual enrollment credit for like a community college. So like it's like not really like it sounds prestigious at first, but it's like it literally tries to teach us what freaking similes are in the first unit, so you know it's not that, you know. Like it's like a community college dual enrollment too. So it's not too much to like it's not that much to, you know, deal with. Let's drop both of those. Yeah, I'm just like incredibly lazy because like our teacher doesn't teach. Like we just get like the online stuff and then we just go. So I'm like a little behind. I kind of gotta work on that a little bit. Like I probably should be working on that right now instead of like, you know, I don't know, playing Holocure. Like I'm gonna like Gachikoi Marin. Well, let's not make the same mistake of like rolling down on my rerolls because like I kind of need to like build good. But yeah, after I Gachikoi Marin and like edit this video. Maybe not edit this video. I might actually like take a couple days to edit this video, like today and tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably take like a couple. Like I'll probably like either try to finish this video, or, like put it aside. But like I'll work on my English homework later, guys. Well, I can trust myself. I can trust myself. It's like as long as I like stay on top of the curve, I don't really need to pay attention to. I don't really need to worry too much. It's like the work itself isn't that difficult. Spider cooking. Give me a sec. Alright, cut lmao. I'll come back to this later. Okay. Hello, I'm back. Alright, let me just turn on my phone real quick. There we go. Anyways. I'm back from a run. Not a run, but like a walk. It turned into a run. But yeah. This is all terrible. There. Anyways, so I went for a walk with my mom and my grandma and my aunts. It was a nice walk. It's like such a nice temperature outside anyway. But yeah, before we left actually, my mom was like checking all the doors to make sure it was closed. Like I had my socks on, so like it's a lot easier to like have like quieter footfalls when walking, or like kind of like jogging around the house with your socks on. So like I was like behind my mom. Like I thought we were like leaving out the back door and she was like closing the back, like she was like either opening or closing the back door. And I was like, you know what, yeah, I thought we were leaving out the back. Like my mom like turned around, she's like, wait, huh? Like she like jumped in everything. She's like, are you? Cause like my mom didn't really expect me to be back there. And I thought my mom knew I was there, cause like I like sort of like jogged up behind her and everything. So like obviously you had to have heard me, right? But, like no, apparently the socks muted my footfalls enough that like my mom actually didn't notice me. But yeah, skills. Anyways, yeah, we were walking around outside for a little bit. It was just like a really quick sort of like straight walk down the side of the road. It's like not too long. It is like a sort of a bit like late in the evening when I'm recording this. I'll look over cutting board first. Cutting board hollow bomb. But yeah, so like walking and everything. And it's like I was like with my grandma. My grandma's actually fairly old. I think she's like 94. So like my grandma's like in her wheelchair. But she actually like walk a pretty good bit, just like not, you know, like the distance of a walk, right? She can't walk that much. Like she used to like walks a lot around the house and everything. It's just like when we like sort of go outside, we have her in the wheelchair, just so she doesn't have to like walk that much. My grandma's always been like a pretty energetic person. But yeah, she was like in her wheelchair. Like we were kind of like strolling around. There were little parts on the sidewalk where like the road was a little bumpier. Like one of my aunts was like pushing the wheelchair, and like my grandma like giggled a little bit when she would like go up or down like the more rough parts of the sidewalk. It was kind of wholesome to see. My grandma's like I said, my grandma's always been pretty energetic. Actually, until just recently being a couple years, she always like just walked everywhere. She didn't really need a cane or anything. She would like walk. I'm like Filipino as well, by the way. Lmao. I can say that much too. Like, who cares? You're almost like Filipino. She was like getting in a bit on her ears lately. So like, my mom took her to the Philippines for a little bit just so like she'd see the Philippines again. Like when she came back, she had like a liver disease, or some kind of like bladder disease, like some like I don't remember. It was like a urinal tract disease. Yeah, like ever since then, she's had like a lot of like her energy sort of like, I don't want to say like sapped. Like she's still like pretty, you know, like I said, energetic, feisty almost. Like she's still like pretty chatty when prompted, but she can still like talk a lot when prompted and still be loud. She also like still like plays cards with my aunts and stuff. Like she's like her head's still alright, like pretty like on tight. Which is for 94, like she's doing really well actually. But yeah, where was I? Right. Ever since she'd come back from the Philippines, like she hadn't like walked around as much anymore. She'd been like in and out of the hospital a little bit recently. Let's get the cutting board. Yeah, she'd been like in and out of the hospital a little bit recently. Like, well, not like recently. Like after like the Philippines trip, like there were a couple incidents where she had to go to the hospital. But now she's just like kind of like she's like kind of in hospice. She might actually like leave hospice because like, you know, she's been like good for like so long, you know. Yeah, she's always like she's still hanging on pretty well. Anyways, yeah, so she's like we were like just kind of walking down the road. It's like fairly chilly outside. It's like a ooh, it's like a nice 60. Schniffle. Let's get the Hope Soda actually. It's like a nice 60. When we first started walking around out, it actually wasn't that terrible. Like I had like a small sweater with me, but I didn't really wear it as much early on. But then as the sun went down like a little bit, like the sun was still like pretty out. Like you could still see pretty well. I put it back on a little bit because like it was starting to get pretty chilly. Sort of like later on in the walk, but we were, like the road we were walking along, like it's also, oh, I just closed YouTube Studio on accident. Yeah, the road that we were walking along, it was like pretty straight, and it's also the same road that the local school bus goes along when it comes along this track. So like it was around the time my brother would be starting to get home. He gets home at around like 5-ish, which sounds like a little late, but you know we like start school at 9, so it's whatever. Like, and like since like we live in like the US, like a lot of things are a little more spaced out, so obviously it takes a little longer. Yes, no, yes. There we go. But yeah. So we saw like the bus on the way back. And, like I think my mom already knew this would have happened because like she was like, oh yeah, this is the bus route, right? Yeah, I was like, yeah, it is. So focus shades? Sure. We're going for like the scuff, suboptimal thing, because, you know, I'd win. Anyways. I might go Hollow for the last item. Like, I have like damage, I have health, and then I have like the Hope Soda. Can I get like bomb, please? Hello? Jeez, dude. Ugh, I'll go one more. There it is. Okay. Got 2 left. 2 rerolls. Okay, so my mom pulled out the keys and she was like, oh, go catch up with the bus. Yeah, go try to catch up with the bus a little bit so we can get inside a little earlier. So then like, I started like taking off down the road. Like I started booking it. I started like sprinting down the road. I'm not fast. I'm not fast. I'm like really, really rusty. I'm old. I'm dusty, crusty. I haven't been out of my chair in years. Not really. Like, I used to like run decently fast in middle school, but like now that I'm in high school, I've had no reason to like actually like get out and I don't know, walk around a lot. Like I'm not like in an open air campus, like a outdoor campus. So yeah, I still like have to walk a good bit to my classes, but like I don't like run because we don't have recess anymore. But yeah, so I started booking it down the road. I sprinted the entire way home. It was basically like, it's like we went out and like we turned back around, so it's like half and half. Like I sprinted like the entire way we walked, I like sprinted back the way down. I think we were out there for maybe 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. So like I had to like sprint that time. It was, I would say like half of the, I don't want to say half of the time, but like I got there a little faster. It took maybe 5 minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes for everyone else to make the difference. But my brother got inside the house like a couple minutes earlier. Like, if I sound a little out of breath, I probably am not out of breath anymore. Like, if I do sound a little out of breath still, then that's why. My nose is also like really sniffly and I'm coughing a lot now. I'm so old. Like, in the place that where I live right now, there's like a lot of like rich old people, right? So there's a lot of like super like well-maintained like old cars, which is super sick. Like, there's always a lot of like older like, yeah, there's a lot of like older cars just kind of like chilling around always. Like, it's always super cool to kind of see them on the road. Like, sometimes I'll just be on the road, like at an intersection or something, I'll stop, and then there's just like a pile of like really old, nice cars. I don't know too much about cars. I think we saw like a classic Mustang when we were walking. Like, there's like a lot of like super shiny old style cars where I am. And just like a lot of like nice sports cars as well. Like, a lot of people are able to like afford really nice cars. And like, whenever you stop at an intersection, there's always like some chance that like everybody at the intersection has like super nice sparkly cars and everything. Like, I'm not saying like everybody's a rich old person, but like there's like a good amount. Like, even if I'm like rolling around in like a Toyota Corolla, like, it's not like I'm the only person with like a broke ass car, right? Like, there's still like a lot of normal cars around, because like like I said, not everyone's like a rich old person. It's like just like the small town, like the town that we're in. But yeah. Like, my house is actually not that far from the school, car-wise. Like, obviously, like, I live in the US, so obviously it's like a 15, like, average of maybe like 15 to 20 to 30 minute drive to... Actually, usually it's like a upwards of like, okay, like, you're in a good you're in a good range of wherever you're commuting to if it's like under 30 minutes. Like I'd say like after 30 minutes, like it starts getting a little long, you know? Like 40 minutes, 15 minutes, like that's a bit of a long commute, and like an hour plus is like an hour plus for like a commute is like, if you have to, then like it's like you have to. Like, it's like sort of like, yeah. Like, if it's like going somewhere for like a day trip, like, I don't know, like the mall or something, like an hour drive isn't that bad. Like, everything is like super spread apart. Like, super spread apart. But yeah, so like, where I'm living, like, it's so much more important to be able to drive. Because like, if I lived somewhere, like, I don't know, like someplace, like some city, some walkable city in Europe, or like some Asian country, I'd just be able to like walk everywhere, or like, I don't know, bike, right? Like, you kind of need a car to get anywhere. Like, even if I were to even like try to bike to school, it would take me like, it would be like maybe like a 20-minute bike, right? 20-25-minute bike. Cause like, there's only like maybe like 1 or 2-ish turns, so it's really not that bad. like on foot, it would take like an hour, hour and a half. Like on a bike, it would take maybe like 20, 30 minutes. It's just not ideal. It's like a quick like 5-ish minute drive in a car. Yeah, that's the halfway mark. We're almost done here. And then I'll be free. I'll be able to, like, I don't know, edit the video, take a shower, do my homework. Grr, I hate content creation. I'm kidding. It's been such a while. It's like, I've already mentioned this already, but like, it's been a while since I've made any videos. Honestly, the recording length is not too long. I've only been recording for like, what? Total of like an hour and a half. I'm like so drained of energy at this point in the recording. Like, oh, I went out for a run. I've been recording for like an hour and a half or so. I'm a little dusty hag. I'm going to college soon. I'm gonna be old. I feel like anyone who's like actually old watching this, like, if you're like actually old and watching this, I apologize for like, I apologize for all like the stabbing I'm probably doing. Like, I can just imagine like as I'm saying all these words, like just like every single time I call myself old, or like, you know, I'm only going to college soon. I'm old. I don't know, man. I just want to make random noises at this point. Do I have any super items I can make? Why does it give me the hammer? Because I don't have the sake. Yeah, I don't think I have anything I can make. I think it's just giving it to me just because. Yeah, like, talking about like my pool of Oshis, I would say like my first Oshi was Suisei. Like, I don't know if I've told this story like on video or on stream before or whatever. Like, long story short, I discovered her when I first started setting up a Spotify, and like I got auto recommended Nextclair Planet, and then, like, I looked at like who made it, and then I kind of just like went it from there. Like, it just kind of like went downhill or uphill, however you want to say it, from there. Yeah, then I started like discovering like the rest of like the rest of Hololive. It took me a good bit to get into EN actually. I think it was like circa 21, 22. Actually, it was definitely like probably like around 21. Yeah, earlier on I didn't really like get the vibe. Can I get axe, please? Actually, we'll hold. Actually, hold. Whoa. Yeah, we'll just get that. Yeah, it was like around like 21-ish. Like early on, like I didn't really understand the idea of like just like supporting everybody because I didn't know everybody yet. Like when I started like kind of knowing who everybody was, like I kind of like got into more of this mindset of like I love everybody, you know. Like if I were to get into like the pool of like my Oshis, not like Oshis, that's like something else. Like my sort of like main pool of Oshis, Suisei is number 1, and then like I guess like I'm also like a really big fan. Like I don't want to say really big fan of Sakamata because like I'm like an EN bro. I'm Kage Niki, and I don't really watch too many streams. Like, when I do find myself watching a stream, like, it's sometimes just, like, Chrono. Not Chrono. Oh, no, the Freudian slip. The Freudian slip. It's Crony. Yeah, like, sometimes I'll, if it's, like, a JP stream, like, it'll just randomly be, like, Sakamata playing freaking... I don't know, whatever the frick she'll be playing at, like, 2 in the morning for, like, 7 hours straight, right? Like, I'll catch her at, like, the 6th or 7th hour of, like, a 9-hour stream every now and then. And, like, design-wise, I think she's definitely one of my favorites. And, like, I just kind of, like, as, like, a person, she's really cool, I think. Like, not, like, as in, like, oh, yeah, not taking a shower is great. No, like, I'm not gonna, like, be like, oh, that's her only sort of, like, you know, trait. But, like, there's this guy on my timeline who's always, like, talking, like... Oh, frick. Do I remember your name? I'm gonna try to like remember it if I can. Not Gurumi. Gurumi is an artist. I know the profile pic is red. Appleseed, yeah. I think it's Appleseed who's always like putting out like daily Sakamata facts. Like I'm like proud when I know them. And, like I'm like interested, like proud when I know them, and like it's cool when I don't, you know. Like, yeah, I don't know, Forgore. And Forgore was gonna say. But yeah, so like, Suisei and Sakamata are like, so like big on my big like JP Oshis. I don't really have any like ID Oshis. Like, honestly, like Kyla's really cool. It's like fun seeing like Kyla interact with other people. Like, just like the pressure that she exerts. Like, for like 12-hour grinds. Like, it's kind of like fun like scrolling back through her like 5-tab and just seeing all the 10-hour streams. And then like Grindstone is a fun sort of like collab to watch. Or at least like know exists. I feel like I'm such a fake fan because I don't watch like a lot of streams like unilaterally. I don't like watch like I'll like drop by a stream when I can, but like for the most part, like a lot of YouTubers that I like actually watch live are like indies. Like for everyone else, like I mainly follow like on like Twitter or through clips. Like I'll drop by an occasional like Crony or Fauna stream every now and then. Actually, yeah, I'll find myself like randomly like being able to like match up with like a Fauna stream. Like those are like honestly Fauna streams are pretty comfy. What else? I don't really think I have an EN Oshi. Like, I don't really have that I don't really have like someone in EN that makes me go, yeah, I love them. Like I love EN as a whole. I love EN as a whole, but I don't really have anyone who like, you know, who I'm like, you know. Actually, that's a lie. That's a huge lie. Oh, I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake ruffian, man. I'm a fake ruffian, dude. Like, dude, the plushies are staring at me. I literally went to round 1. And, like, I literally went to round 1 for the Hololive promotion. And, like, I literally have, like, I have, like, the Moko plush and, like, the Fula head. The Fula head. Like, it's not that I've completely forgotten about them. It's just, like, ugh. I'm like traumatized from, like, the, Fuomoko morning break. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've been, like, catching up with the Fuomoko mornings, I completely forgot. Like, I'm, like, huge Fuomoko fan. Huge Fuomoko fan. Like, I'll catch it, like, the streams I mostly catch will mostly just be, like, the Fuomoko mornings. I will, like, pop into, like, stream every now and then. Like, I don't really actually watch the gaming streams too much, which is probably, like, not... Like, it's not that it's not a good thing. It's, like, it's easiest for me to catch the Fuomoko mornings. Like, for any, like, actual, like, lives, like, I will watch the indies. Like, I do, like, pop into, like, Fuomoko streams every now and then. Yeah, like, if there was someone I would say is, like, genuinely my, EN Oshis, it's probably Fuomoko. Like, I love them both. Like, if you were to ask me, like, if I had to choose one, I'd be Team Mokoko. But, like, there's not really, like, teams. Like, if you say one is good and then hate the other, then, like, you're not a true ruffian, blah, 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 the entire shtick. But, yeah, that's... Okay, where are we? Here we go. Randoms. That is Marin, Gachikoi. That's it for my regular, like... That's it for my, I don't know, regularly contracted video recording. I don't want to yap anymore. I just want to get out of here. But, yeah, that's Marin, Gachikoi. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. I guess I'll like chill in the Hollow House while I yap here for a bit. We'll go to the main entrance. But yeah, that's Marin Gachikoi. Overall, as a character, like I think she's fine. Like I've already said this like in the previous I've already said this in previous cuts, but like, you know, she's okay. I don't hate her though. She's still like fairly fun to play. It's just I feel like the random coin ability is weird. And then, like, her lust ability is just not enough, you know? I failed. Anyways. Yeah, is there anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Like, I guess I'll see if I can make videos, like, Gachikoing everyone else, because, like, one, I want to get it done. And two, like, I don't want to, like, take up my stream slots. I've already been mentioning it, like, here and there throughout the video. But, I do stream mainly. Like I've said a billion times that it's been forever since I made videos. I've said the like, I don't know, I stream a bit. But, like, yeah. I do primarily stream right now. I do want to try to get back into the swing of things though. Ah, I could have gotten that one. Yeah, I do want to get back into the swing of things. Now, I guess this is like my first sort of attempt to get back into the swing of things. So I'll probably be making more videos of me just trying to Gachikoi everyone else. And then maybe I'll have like a video of me like doing a video of me doing the Tower of Suffering. Cause like I'd rather like I feel like Holocure is a lot better if I'm sort of like cutting out most of like the sort of dead space, and just kind of like yap in between. Like, I feel like I yap enough to the point where I have enough, like, decent footage for it to, like, actually be the length of the video, like, 20 minutes. But either way, you know. Yeah, anyways, like, finishing up, like, the, stream tangent. I do stream every day except for Saturdays at 7 p.m. PST. I've been, like, playing a lot of Minecraft lately. A lot of modded Minecraft, actually. There we go! Yeah, I love to see it. My first ever diamond ore. Did I actually get like 200 XP for that? Oh, actually, that was like 27. And like platinum exists. I don't think I can get it. I just don't have enough damage for it. Yeah, I'm playing a lot of create mod. I'm creating white stuff, which is really funny. Well, not like really funny, but like I'm making white stuff in create mod. Yo, level 8? Ain't no way, dude. I do no damage to the bamboo. Holy Jesus. 40 XP, bro. Ooh. What do I get from platinum? 23. Anyways, yeah, like I said, 7 p.m. PST, if you're still watching here. I really don't remember how I outroed my videos. I think I would just, like, yap a bit and, like, edit it, like, it's like there's no dead space, but, like, whatever. Actually, I probably will edit it so there's no dead space. Yeah, 7 p.m. PST, whatever. This probably won't come out today. Today is, like, yeah, this will probably not come out today. I've got to do, like, homework. Like, I've got to edit the video itself. I will be streaming as well, so that only gives me, like, what, an hour to do all that. So I'm probably going to prioritize my homework. I'm, like, kind of behind my, English class. Well, not, like, behind. I said I was, like, technically, on time. Boom! Teakwood. Anyways. But, yeah. Again, yeah, so, like, I'm actually going to try to, like, outro here. But, yeah, I've been the vending machine in the library, or a Machi or for short, or Vendi for short, whatever the hell you want to. Hollow light. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, I do like no damage. Anyways, yeah. Again, I've been the vending machine in the library, Machi for short, Vendi for short, whatever the hell you want to call me. But yeah, have a good day, night, morning, day, night, evening, I guess. This is my normal stream outro. I love being awkward. Have a good day, night, morning, day, night, evening. I've been the vending machine in the library, Machi for short. I've said that a billion times. And yeah, this was a Holocure video. Sub maybe? I don't know, man. Tree.